Welcome to Raspberry Sky Straight Talking series. I am delighted to welcome today Tricia Warwick, the Director of Asia Pacific, Middle East, Africa for VisitBritain, who has recently added to her remit China, Japan and Korea. Welcome, Trish.
Good afternoon, Sally. How are you? I'm
good, thank you. Thank you for joining from sunny Dubai.
I know, it is sunny here. It's topping 40 degrees today. We are in summer in the Gulf.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, happy for the aircon.
Yes.
Trish, can you help us understand the role of VisitBritain so that we're all kind of clear in our minds what it is and what it does?
Yeah, actually, VisitBritain is the oldest tourist board in the world. We celebrated 50 years last year, and we're basically the national tourist board responsible for marketing Britain and developing Britain's visitor economy, so driving as many people to come to the UK as possible. And we work with all sorts of people. We work with UK trade and investment, that's part of the government, as we're a government department for what we call an arm's length body. And so we are reporting into the Department of Culture, Media and Sport, and that they are our guide, if you like, into how we navigate our way around government to work as closely as possible with them. And then we also work with airlines, tour operators, global brands like, Google, or airlines like British Airways, to make sure that we are promoting and linking up London, England, Scotland and Wales.
Right, okay. So we've gone through, as you know, we all know, unprecedented times at the moment with COVID, and we've just come out of lockdown, obviously on the 4th of July, but we have different government policies across the UK. At the moment, flights aren't back to what they were previously, so there's a lack of international flights, and there have recently been announced some air bridge agreements for some countries to remove the quarantine. So it must be really complex at the moment. Help us understand how VisitBritain has approached this time.
Yeah, look, absolutely. I don't think anybody would try and defend that this isn't the most complicated, confusing, ever-changing time in our lives, never mind this industry. And keeping up to speed, to be quite honest, is half the challenge. And making sure that you're putting a cohesive message out there. So we've been working quite hard to think about the what, and we do a lot of customer research and these focus groups regularly at the moment to see what the public are thinking, right. And whether that's the people in the UK or people internationally that are considering travelling to Britain. And what we've come up with is a kind of consistent view that people want to know if it's safe and secure to travel to Britain. And how can we, package that up and explain it to them in a simple way? So we took that one away and came back with a programme we launched about a week ago called We're Good to Go. And that's an industry standard that's available to UK-wide businesses and industry in the tourism sector. And it's a mark of reassurance to the customer that your business, whatever that business may be, a hotel, an attraction, a restaurant, so on, is adhering to government and public health guidance. And I think that's really important, and that's what the research is telling us, that people feel that confidence, that ring of confidence about where they're going, what they're doing, where they're staying, what they're eating, where they're eating, and so on. So that's been a big one for us. And we've already had 12,000 businesses apply, which I think speaks for itself. And I'm sure we'll have many, many more. That was just, day 4.
And that, Trish, I've seen it on a few things. It's the sort of the round green badge accreditation thing. So it can
That's
be a
right.
sticker, it can go on the website, it can go on.
Yeah. We've done digital assets for it so that you can use it on your, on your website. You can use it on your letterhead. You can use it at point of sale. You can use it in your decal in your window. Yeah, every option's there because obviously we want it to be seen as widely as possible.
And you talked a minute ago about doing customer research. Have you got anything on your customer sentiment that you can kind of share with us in terms of what they're saying and what some of the outputs are?
Yeah, it's interesting times again. Look, the good message is confidence is slowly building. And this is when we talk to people in the UK, particularly, confidence is slowly building about staycations and about holidaying domestically. Right. And these are people who may have never holidayed in the UK before. They typically might tend to spend their holidays overseas, and there are also people who typically always spend their holidays in the UK. So the interesting thing here is there's a really big opportunity for the British tourist industry to get that many more visitors this year than they've ever seen before. The challenge we've got is managing that, because social distancing, not everywhere's open. Some things are only open set hours. You have to book in advance, and so on. So that's a big part of what we're realizing. The research, people want to know, what can I do? Where can I go? Confidence is slowly building. I think this month we're starting to see, because of the 4th of July being the first sort of relaxation of the rules, is that about 14% of people are saying through the research, yeah, we would consider a staycation. Yeah, we're up for that. That grows to about 30% in August and up past 43% in September. So I think as people get more used to a routine of seeing what actually happens once things are relaxed, they will start to feel more confident about travelling.
Yeah, it's definitely a confidence thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And supply and demand at this point in time. You know, there's a great propensity to travel domestically, but you know, what is available and open, and how can you do that safely?
Yes. Sally, just before you go, can I just mention that you know, it's very hard, isn't it, at the moment, with all this information flying around, as to where to go to get, you know, the trusted voice and the information updated. And I would really advise that if you go to www.gov.uk and www.visitbritain.org, then there you will find the latest information that's going to really help you plan your trip.
Yeah, I have to say I have looked at that, and there's some really good information about outdoor spaces and parklands and places where you can, you know, safely go and enjoy yourself with your family or your dog or whoever you want to go and meet with. So
and it keeps you up to date with what's open, what's not, you know, and if you need to book in advance and so on. So pretty useful, I think, because the last thing you want is to travel and then you can't get in there. At least if you can do a bit of research before you go, which is what we're hoping to do by giving you that kind of one-stop shop of information that's up to date.
Terrific. Thank you, Trish. Thanks for joining the RaspberrySky Straight Talking series. It's been great speaking to you as always.
Thank you. Take care, Sally. Bye-bye.